Good morning, esteemed friends. We're here again at Motivated with Collins, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're looking at still looking at the mind and faith and how to position the mind. Now, we have said in our previous videos that the mind is the most powerful tool to any level of success in life. The mind is what tells you, what determines what you become in life, what you feed with your mind, what are the thoughts in your mind. It's what determines what happens to you. It's very important. You cannot see yourself small and then you become big. It's not possible. Now, the bad thing is that a lot of us unconsciously, our minds are being used to the way of life we were raised, the poverty, deprivation, starvation, unemployment, all manner of negativity. That is how, because consciously or unconsciously, your mind is feeding something. Whether you're taught, because it's not like it's sometimes, of course, when you're changing your mind, you have to be conscious of it. But naturally, when we were growing up, we didn't know about all the things we know about now. So our minds were receiving signals from our environment. Okay, there's no job, there's no this, and that's how our mind have been programmed. So naturally, a mind of a poor person cannot change to become a rich person overnight. No. So if you are raised like I was raised in poverty, right? So if you were raised in poverty and you didn't know how to, and you were not structuring your mind early enough, the natural thing is that you'll be poor. But some of us, at a very young age in our lives, we knew that we cannot be poor. The revelation came at that time, and we just began to prophesy, and we knew that poverty is not in our DNA. We began to say it, we began to work it out, and that's how we've gotten to where we are today. Now, the point is, whether you've not done that or not is not an issue. You now know that the mind is powerful, and this mind we're talking about here is subject to you. That state of the mind is faith, right? So it is the instruction you give to your mind that determines what it gives to you. What are you telling yourself? For example, if you are exposed to crime, naturally, because you're a good person, you abhor that crime, you detest that crime. Now, if you are continuously exposed to that crime, you get accustomed to that crime. Yes, with time, you endure the crime. A time will come, you'll be influenced by that crime. That crime, in fact, you begin to participate in the crime. That is how it is. So the longer you expose your mind to some situations, then the chances that you become that situation is it's very, very high. So the input of a mind, the input is equal to output. What are you feeding your mind with? Are you feeding your mind with deprivation, lack, unemployment, negativity, poverty? I don't have money. I am poor. I don't have money. Life is hard. Nigeria is bad. This is that. There are no good roads. Government is bad. You keep feeding yourself with all manner of negativity. Nothing good ever comes out. You cannot spend 5 minutes to just, in fact, to the point where sometimes most of us even just complain about our own selves, our looks, our families, our children, our wife. We just lament and lament. It becomes a part of our lives. Nothing good can come out of that. Nothing good. As you are feeding your mind with that, your life cannot change. So we need to change our narrative. We need to change the way we speak. Now, your mind is waiting for you to feed her with the right information. It's waiting for you to give her the instruction she needs. And that instruction should be prosperity, progress, affluence, blessings. Keep saying positive words to your mind, because your mind is a translator. It is what you give to it, it gives back. You cannot be prophesying negativity and expect to have positivity. It's not possible. So what are you feeding your mind with? Enough of this government complaints of relative entitlement. Enough of all that. Let us focus on our mind. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling your mind? What instruction are you giving to your mind? Are you having a state where you feel, man, you can't do anything about it? Let me tell you something. This is a battle. It's not easy, because over the years, most of us were raised in that environment. We are accustomed to it, and the mind unconsciously has accepted it, right? So now, it's a deliberate attempt to change the course of your mind. You have to be deliberate. You have to be decisive and be disciplined. You have to be consistent. Now, I read something recently, and the author talked about, I win or I perish. I have burnt my bridges of failure and poverty. Now, when I got a hold of that, I began to say to myself, in the morning I'll say it, afternoon, night, I keep saying it. I keep saying it. I was saying it to change the course of my mind. That is to tell you, I either win or I perish. There is no failure. There is no poverty. There is no negativity. It has been burnt. So it is called auto-suggestion. You keep saying it to yourself. You keep saying it to you. Your mind is listening to you. Your mind is listening to you. You are saying it. You are saying it. You are to your subconscious. It will get to a point where your spirit man will click. Your mind will be repositioned. It's like you're turning a moving train, right? And when you keep saying that, your mind is connected, your brain, your everything about you is working because you are saying something to yourself. You are giving an instruction to your mind and say, enough of failure, enough of poverty. I have burnt those bridges. I am now to win or I perish. There is no alternative to failure. You have only one way. I tell you, that is all you need. Many years ago when I was growing up, I told myself, when I looked at the level of unemployment that was, befalling us at that time, or that befell us at that time, I told myself, I cannot be unemployed. I didn't know how it was going to be possible. I just told myself, I cannot be unemployed. I refuse to be unemployed. What do I need to do? My mind kept telling me, if you want to be unemployed, if you want to have a job, you have to study. I took my studies very seriously. I tell you, 3 weeks and some days after I had my NYSC, I got a job. It's a reality. Several testimonies. When I was going to school, I told myself, this is the class of graduation I want to have. This is the class of graduation I want to have. It was stated, it was written, pasted in my school, in the walls of my school. Do you know what happens? My mind keeps reminding me, you said you want to make this class of graduation, this class of results. You have to study. You have to focus. You have to be decisive. You have to be disciplined. You should not be involved. Your mind was not guiding me on what to do. So if you tell yourself today that before the end of this year, I want to make my first 1 million naira, I tell you, your mind will guide you. It is not a matter of motivational, speaking for nothing. I'm telling you how the mind works. Of course, it has to be realistic. You cannot say you want to make 1 billion for the end of the year. You look at yourself and look at what you're doing and tell yourself some level of, set a smart goal, right? That's the point. Smart goal, realistic, right? And then your mind will guide you. Your mind will guide you. And when you're doing something that is not in tandem with that goal, the mind will be reminding you because you have already given the mind an instruction. You have coded it already. It's been coded. So it's guiding you to wherever you're going to. So the mind is powerful. Lastly, guard your mind. It's not everything you expose to your mind. It's not every news you listen to. It's not every garden you attend. It's not every WhatsApp group you must be a member of. It's not every friends you must keep. In the journey to greatness, you need to shed away some relationship. They will tell you are proud, no problem. They will tell you have left them, no problem. Just focus on what you want to do. A lot of us are too distracted. That is the truth. There's so much distraction in social media. There's so much distraction. There's so much information that are not needed. They are not needed. There are distractions. There's so much people in your life that are not needed. You can't have everyone around you. You can't make everybody happy. You love them, but you cannot make them happy. Sometimes you love from afar. Just focus. Focus your mind. Instruct your mind. Have faith. I tell you, success is inevitable. Thank you very much for this video. I believe this short video has been of a blessing to you. If you want to keep having such videos, subscribe to my channel. We're going to be talking. There's a lot to share. We have to learn. We have to grow together. Is poverty? Go die. Seriously, we must destroy it. We must leave riches for our children's children. We are together in this battle. Thank you so much. Love you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Okumba Collins. Thank you.